Hello there everyone, my name is Oversoul, this is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome to Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea DLC, Episode 1.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
So, this particular DLC takes place in Rapture from Bioshock 1 and 2. As you can see, the year is now 1958. In Bioshock Infinite, it was 1912. So, some years have passed. Now, we play as Booker again, but this is an alternate reality version of Booker who lives in Rapture. And there's a lot more to it, and I will explain it later, but I can't explain anything now because it will absolutely, totally, and completely spoil the story of this DLC. So, I'll explain it as we go. And this is an alternate reality version of Elizabeth. That should be very obvious from the get-go.
Well, you gotta name this?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl. This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
So, are you guys ready to see what Rapture looked like before it went to hell?
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
So, for people who are fans of Bioshock 1 and 2, you should really enjoy this, because
This girl to you.
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking.
Because this,
It
well,
tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
I guess I should actually give you a chance to appreciate the scenery, because this is Rapture back in its heyday, back when it was up and running and working like it was supposed to.
Ryan, he's a big fish in an awful smaller pond.
Anything you say, pal.
I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh?
Yeah, everyone's super happy and
About your
everything.
little friend. Such a shame.
But anyways, so yeah,
If we were all made from common clay, then Einstein
Oh, look at the
would
sea
have
turtles.
remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to
God, it's hard to get any words out with all the NPCs talking. It like throws me off. I'm sorry. But yeah, so look at
What
this.
happened to these children? What are they?
Red means stop.
Where have you been?
Green
Cabin in
means
Arcadia?
go. This
Little
is the
sisters.
rule. All little
Atom
girls
factories.
know.
It's grotesque.
Elizabeth is right, it is grotesque. But these are the little sisters before they get the creepy yellow eyes and everything. I mean, they're still creepy, and all their faces have been painted We Happy Few style. But anyways, you're gonna see the origins of a lot of stuff from Bioshock 1 and 2 in this DLC. In fact, I think this DLC actually has a... oh look, there's a Big Daddy. This is what they were originally built for.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
No, there's people in there, as we found out. But anyways, that was their original purpose, was to be construction workers outside of Rapture. So, also, the grappling hook was new.
Properly versed on a topic.
I'm assuming those didn't go with them into the aftermath that we saw, because they sure as hell didn't have them in the first two games. But anyways, that way. I think we can go in here, though. Yeah. There's just stuff to look at.
DeWitt? The Hostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again.
Oh, well, people don't like Booker around here. So basically, this DLC...
You're not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Okay, I need to pause so I can get my thoughts out. The thing about this DLC is that it is both a sequel to Bioshock Infinite and a prequel to Bioshock at the same time. Which makes sense because Bioshock Infinite, time-wise, actually comes before the first Bioshock. So, this DLC ties everything together between Bioshock Infinite and Bioshock 1 and 2, and it basically makes the series come full circle.
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
I mean, yeah, Bioshock Infinite and Bioshock 1 and 2 are in different universes, correct. But...
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
these spells that he
Refresh me,
has.
sir. Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
He's using a plasmid. So yeah, they take place in different universes, Bioshock Infinite and 1 and 2. However, the thing about that is that they still connect. There's still connections, regardless. And there's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to see in this DLC that's going to make you go like, oh, so that's why that was in the first game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of revelations that are going to surprise
Mr. DeWitt,
you.
we'll find my source inside of that club.
Well, let's go then.
What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Now, if you remember Cohen from the first Bioshock, he was the guy that was making art out of people's bodies. He was the really crazy one.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
Or
The
steal
business
them.
of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
So now we have to go to those 3 stores and attempt to steal a mask. Yes, we're gonna go to all
you to
3 of those
Rapture.
stores and try to steal a mask.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
I will give you a hint, because she just said something about a debt that needed to be repaid. Let me remind you that the end of Bioshock Infinite, destroying the tower, like we did with Songbird's help, gave
Invitations
Elizabeth...
to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
There's almost too much dialogue. I can't get a goddamn
Good
word
day
out.
to you, ma'am.
Bioshock was or Elizabeth got all of her powers back at the end of Infinite, which means that she was able to see all doors into all realities, and every version of her got her powers back in the same way. It's really weird and complicated. You also might be wondering why Booker is still alive when they drowned him at the end of Infinite to make sure that there would be no more Bookers or Comstocks. Yeah, it's weird, and I will explain it, but I can't explain it yet, like I said, because there's heavy spoilers. But, needless to say, Elizabeth is here for a really, really good reason. So...
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you that...
The assurances of a grave robber are of
Cohen
no
sends those masks out in some kind of
You hand
box.
the ring back. The matter will remain between you.
Alright, so now we have to find a mask.
Talk this trash. I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp, or I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me!
Aha.
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
No mask in this one. However... She knocked him
Might
out.
be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
It's temporary.
Where should
So
we
anyways,
look next? Upstairs at the Artist's Struggle, or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Rapture Records straight ahead because it's straight ahead. It means it's close. And we need two masks, and the first store didn't have one, which means that these two will, obviously. What's up, Holmes?
You see that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the Star treatment, pal? That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
That's so blatantly sexist,
It's
but
by Trine,
we
but
gotta
of course,
get the mask.
covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Gotta find that box. Nothing. Well, only one place left.
Oh shit, that's right. There is no mask here either. I think actually it's programmed so that you have to search all three stores and it'll always be the last one you visit that has it. I think that is actually, if I remember correctly, that's how it is. I could be wrong. And to be honest with you, as far as the DLCs go, I actually don't remember them as well as the main game.
Rosso, I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
I've only actually played this DLC once. But...
Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Where's the Artist's Struggle? Over here.
Fontaine got
Oh, I
taken
think
out
it's
by
the one with the
Ryan's
hands. Yep. With the hand. With the hand with the feather in it.
A few months, please.
I know a little something about the Artist's Struggle. And so do most of my friends and family, for that matter.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to
Alright, where's the mask? Mask. Masky, mask. Ah, here we go. Yes, we have one.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, that's one, but unfortunately we need two. If I remember correctly, they only... Oh shit, I'm drunk. I didn't realize those were whiskeys.
Parasite.
You see, you've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind
You
if
feel a
I
trifle
return tomorrow
swoony.
for further education?
Do you see me over here? I'm swooning all over the place.
Good.
Anyways.
Located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right, it's best we head back to Cohen's.
The mask. Singular. There are two of you. God damn it. The fact that this works
Fine
actually
piece of
pisses
work
me
back
off.
with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
See? See, now that's a joke. and reference that you don't get unless you've played the main game first. So, obviously, when she said you can thank my father, she meant him.
I went through basic with a decent sort.
But he doesn't know that.
What kind of field you in?
Field?
Yeah, occupation. Can't imagine what kind of employment would lead you to tag along on a job like this.
I suppose you could say I work in debt collection. This better work. Otherwise, we'll certainly look the fools.
Trust me.
Elizabeth is hardcore foreshadowing with that debt thing, by the way. Ooh, man. Enter the club. Let's go. Let's go! I'm not really caring about collectibles this time around because I don't remember where they are.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
Indeed. Mr. Cohen is kind of weird. This whole part's gonna be really weird, just a forewarning.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen this type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Yep. Weird. Well, that's a dark, spooky tunnel. Oh, Jesus, mother. God damn it, I forgot about that. And they do it twice.
Dance, dance, move!
Man, this guy has a thing for rabbits. If you watched my replay of the first Bioshock, or if you've played it yourself, you'll remember Cohen. He's hard to forget.
Open yourselves to the music.
Now remember,
the spirit of the eternal.
We spared him at the particular part with all the art and stuff.
Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse?
But then we killed him in his own apartment later.
Muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick!
Please!
The stick!
For God's sake!
My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas.
He basically just killed them, electrocuted the shit out of them because they didn't dance good enough for him.
For the artist.
And now you can see why Rapture went to hell. People were going crazy beforehand, and I think the plasmids had a lot to do with it because they were overdosing. Like, Cohen's followers here, these are probably some of the first people to become splicers, if I remember correctly.
Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right?
Fucking creep.
This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You're more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not?
Weird that he would choose that word.
Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to go.
Cohen, son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt. What? Dance with me.
Well,
come, dance!
We don't have a choice. Let's do it, and hopefully not get electric
I
shocked.
shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes.
But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
Because I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick!
Somehow we survived that.
I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Oh my god, that guy is nuts.
Mr. DeWitt.
Mr. DeWitt!
Good to see
you
you're
all right?
fine.
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
We're in a bathysphere, going down, down, down. To the dark parts of the ocean, yes. The dark, spooky areas that nobody wants to go to.
Look.
Fontaines. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
So yeah.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. Alright, there's a dock up ahead.
Yeah,
Takes
my bad.
a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries?
Oh, she said it.
In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
The name Burial at Sea of this DLC is like super metaphorical for a lot of things. Oh, look! We have a gun now. And of course, we're gonna need it because we're gonna deal with Splicer. So yeah, I was wrong. Cohen's followers
Keep your eyes open.
Are not the first ones to get spliced up. In fact, it's Fontaine's
Seem to be some
people.
supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? That little flash there, he had the AD on his hand like Anna DeWitt. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't think... Oh! We have plasmids. Okay. Except that the plasmids are the same as the Vigors from Infinite instead of being the plasmids from 1 and 2. That's a small continuity error, but... When it comes to alternate universe stuff, nobody can ever keep their head on straight, you know? There's bound to be some continuity errors, but trust me when I say that this is canonical. Kinetoscopes, they were also an Infinite thing, but anyways, let's watch it. Man, I tell you what, these college arts college art class short films are starting to get out of hand. Alright, yep, time to fight. Here comes trouble. That's why they told us that. Can I melt this? Nope. There ought to be trouble a-coming here soon. I was gonna say earlier, by the way,
Look
that
up there.
think...
Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Yeah, the hook. We'll get some kind of hookity-dookie deal that'll get us over yonder way. Anywho, what I was gonna say is, earlier I was going to say that I think this DLC has like a almost Outlast whistleblower thing where you're here for when things go to hell. Oh, here we go.
Could be handy.
A skyhook.
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
See, this version of DeWitt has no idea about the different universes and such, but if it isn't blatantly obvious, this version of Elizabeth does, obviously.
Goddamn grabber stuck.
I want the frosty one. Get me frosty.
Mr. DeWitt! Someone's coming!
Come back. I want the frosty.
Oh. Well, hello there.
Company man! Company man!
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
Palm of my hand.
Give me a second! Mr. DeWitt, look.
I mean, that was super easy. Hold to look at what?
Housewares.
Oh.
That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this.
Yeah. You negative Nancy. You Debbie Downer, you. Anyways. But, so yeah, I thought we were gonna be here for when everything started to go to hell. Just like Whistleblower for Outlast, but as you can see, for some people, Fontaine and his followers specifically, things have already gone to hell. We already have splicers.
When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know.
So you notice he had the whole stuck between 2 realities nosebleed thing going on?
How could you? How could you?
Well, I'm out of ammo. Don't want to run out of ammo too much.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive.
Yeah, he won't be too happy to do it for us, but no, we gotta go get us
DeWitt,
the... Yeah, I see, the ice thing.
An ice
So,
rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
so we want to go get ourselves a plasmid that will allow us to shoot ice. And that will give us the ability to move forward and go where we need to. But I think this is actually a good stopping point for this one. I won't be able to do an entire episode or in one sitting with this one. Like, I won't be able to do all of Burial at C1 and Burial at C2 in one sitting each, because they're like 2 hours and 3 hours respectively, so they're going to be cut up. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this first little taste of Infinite's protagonists in Bioshock 1's setting. So let me know what you think so far, and if you have any theories about what's going on based off of the clues that you've gotten in the comments down below. And if you genuinely enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave it a like, because it lets me know I'm doing something right. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.